Hey, yo! Here we go again. No matter the mission or opposition that we in, no matter the situation or places we've been, we gotta make it through thick and slim.
Episode 17. A little less nagging and a little more gagging. Am I right?
I guess. That was pretty good.
Quality. C quality.
The more you know.
It was
C
decent.
quality? That's a solid B at best.
I don't know about you, but I always go for equality. My soundboard doesn't work.
It's okay.
It's great.
The valiant effort is noted.
Got him.
Nice.
So obviously we have a guest. Chris, do you want to take the honors? Or is this going to be like a thing that she does?
This is my wife.
Okay.
It's my wife.
So stupid.
It's Jenn. This is Jenn. If you've never seen her, this is Jenn. It's my
Long-time
wife.
listener, first-time caller.
Yeah. I exist. I'm non-inflatable.
She's a real person, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Not one of those. My girlfriend lives in Canada. She's doing some modeling. I just have this 8x10 picture that's obviously not a magazine cutout.
No, this is my wife.
Yeah.
We were in the car and she goes, what are you gonna do the rest of the night? And I said, Ryan wants to record. And she goes, oh, you're gonna do it? And I said, fuck no. She goes, why not? And I go, I just want to fucking deal with it. And she goes, I'm gonna do it. And I said, okay, great, we're doing it. You can do it. We're gonna all do it. And she goes, okay. So here we are. Yeah.
It's easy.
Easy. We just talk.
Easy. It's just like talking with your friends.
Yeah, it's just a regular. It's not like I had to go through an hour of makeup or anything. Jesus.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite an hour, but it was a long time ago, and it wasn't just for this, so.
Jen, you might want to kind of lean into the mic a little bit.
Is this better?
It wasn't an hour ago.
Jesus. Just hear it from me.
I think she moved closer and got quieter. Is this better? I'm speaking.
I was working on my NPR vibe.
The weather right now is 82 degrees, 76% humidity.
What we went to, our day today was we went to Interstellar Barbecue. Have you heard of it?
Mm-mm. Matthew
So
McConaughey?
It's the place in Austin that's supposed to be better than Franklin's. And Austin's known for Franklin's. And this place actually got a Michelin star last week. Only 16 places in the Austin area got them, and it was one of them. So we were watching the Texas game, and she goes, let's go get barbecue. I'm like, fuck. I'm looking at the clock. It's like 12:30, 1 o'clock. And I'm like, this isn't going to be good. She's like, well, we can wait until after the game. And I said, no, we don't wait till after the game. They'll be sold out. She goes, are you sure? And I go, no, we go now. We drove over there. We got in line. The line was astronomical. I'm telling you. There was 150 people in line, at least. Probably 200. It was so long.
Yeah, because we didn't even see inside.
Yeah, no. We didn't even get close to the door.
No.
And we waited there for probably, 30 minutes in line?
Felt like forever.
Maybe 45. And then they walked out and they're like, just to inform you, we're not going to sell out a brisket by the time you get to the door. There's only going to be turkey. And I'm like, man, fuck this. We're not waiting in this fucking line. Like, we waited there, felt like, for 30 minutes and moved maybe 10 feet.
They also did this annoying thing where they coined their turkey term. It's tipsy turkey.
Because it's brined in Hefeweizen.
Okay, great. a lot of turkey is, but it's like she felt the need, instead of saying, well, we're only gonna have turkey and belly left.
Yeah.
Instead, it was like, I think we're only gonna have the tipsy turkey, and it's like, okay, great.
Fuck you, cunt.
You don't own turkey, and then you try and like lay it on like tipsy turkey, as if to say, if I were to say turkey, they're like, it's tipsy.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's really tipsy turkey. We
don't serve turkey here. It's only tipsy turkey. And if you're
it's brine and beer.
Because of the Hefeweizen.
Yeah, so we're like, okay, bye. And then, of course, there was like, nobody left. Everyone was still standing there.
Nobody was like, I'm out?
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple people, but then there was like this old guy behind us, like, so will you get to us before you close? And she goes, as I just said, yeah, maybe. If we don't run out.
But who
Well,
goes
I
to eat
live
barbecue
to see-
just for turkey, Ryan?
Yeah.
No, nobody.
No, nobody.
I've never gone to a barbecue and someone said, hey, I just put on a turkey. I've never, it's either chicken or brisket, burgers or dogs. Like, if I went
Brisket's
to
the only reason you go to get barbecue. Here, anyway. Brisket.
Yeah. I was excited for the
Sausage.
brisket.
ribs.
And
Fuck a rib.
ribs are hit or miss because a lot of times they'll still be super tough, and it's just. But they had
That's
this
poor man's meat.
they had really interesting sausage there. But then we looked at the price of it, and it was $11 a link of sausage.
That's like
The nerve.
Elgin's sausage or like.
Yeah, it was Frito pie sausage is what it was called, and it had like corn and pepper inside the sausage, and I was intrigued by it, but not at. I mean, I'd rather learn how to make sausage and attempt it myself.
I was at HEB the other day, and I usually just try to keep to myself. I'm not like, oh hey, how's it going? Oh, excuse me, hold it. I'm just like focused.
Are people like
I'm
that?
in the line, and I'm putting down my stuff, and this lady behind me goes, "Chorizo? What's that?" And I go, "Chorizo? It's like it's like a sausage without the casing, Mexican, spicy. It's pretty good. You can get it in pork or beef." "Well, I've never had it. Would you recommend it?" "Oh yeah, I just put some in a pan, I cook it up, throw a couple eggs in there, scramble it. It's pretty good. I'd probably put it in a burrito." Okay. And so I had this little conversation with this lady about chorizo.
How old was this lady? Guesstimate.
60s.
Oh,
What
fucking take her out to pasture and shoot her.
Yeah, she sounds like a real Meredith.
Yeah. Agnes.
Yeah, Gertrude.
Mary.
Gertrude.
Heavy on the rude.
If you're going to be coming in with zingers, you got to come in hard. It's emphasis on the rude. You can't do spit takes here. It's illegal move.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you can just hear me breathing like nonstop.
No, you're good.
Because I can't breathe. That's my problem.
So, it's been a while.
Allergies?
Yeah, I think I have a sinus congestion thingy happening.
Of course you do, you nerd.
I've got the asthma.
I went out for one night to go to a Wurstfest with a couple of my friends, and
The best place on earth.
I might
Disneyland?
have caught something, but it's okay. I think my daughter gave it to me anyway. So Wurstfest, let's talk about that real quick.
Let's talk about it.
Your first experience, first time, both of you?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So what was your overall thoughts of Wurstfest in New Braunfels, Texas?
Oh, completely bliss.
Heaven on earth.
Yeah.
Heaven on earth.
Yeah.
I want whenever I die and you burn my ass, I want you to take some of my ashes, Ryan, Pay attention to make sure she does this. Take some of my ashes and dump them in that river during Wurstfest.
Okay. I don't know.
That way, a little piece of me is always at Wurstfest.
I mean, if it's a river, it's gonna.
You're missing the point. If you throw me in the wind,
Who says I'm throwing you anywhere?
And what's to say I'm gonna be alive when you die?
oh,
He's convinced he's going out in like 10 years.
I'll make 60.
You old biddy.
I'll make 60. After that, that's it.
All bets are off.
Yeah. No, it's true.
So what were your favorite things about the Wurstfest?
The music. The
The
music.
polka.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
accordion.
the covers with the polka
Yes.
introduced. That was
Journey, Don't Stop Believing in Polka.
Neon Moon,
Neon Moon.
innovators.
Legendary.
Did you buy their mixtape?
No.
I'm sure they're on Spotify.
Yes, they are.
They are.
They are.
I don't know their name, otherwise I'd plug them for
Chris-
our mass following.
Chris Rasnick.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you're on the show, so we're down a listener already. So what
Yeah,
was
Chris
the
Rasnick.
worst?
Ah!
What was the worst part of Wurstfest?
Can you kick that?
the worst part of Wurstfest was nothing.
Not that your ride parked 5 miles away from the venue, and
Yeah,
No.
there was a walk to Mordor.
Well, yeah, but even that, it was just like part of it.
yeah,
It-
you're in
great.
the park.
Yeah. You can't be,
You're-
it's like, you can't be angry. You can't be annoyed at Wurstfest. The worst part of Wurstfest was taking our children a couple days later and then my daughter deciding that it's not for her.
I mean, she's 3, 4.
Right.
She's a real bitch sometimes.
I think it was just because we were flying high from our experience and we wanted to share that with our children and they had their own ideas. And to be fair, she just wanted to do everything her brother was doing.
She had fun.
And she did have fun. She rode that carousel and it was like her life made sense. She was carefree on that janky ass carousel that kept sticking, so she was kind of like and she was just like, woohoo, yeehaw, cowgirl, waving to all of her fans as she goes around. It was good.
And the cool thing, like, I didn't see anybody like start fights. I didn't see any like.
Yeah, there was no
people
anger.
Being no anger. It was all just good times to be had, beer to be drank, and
Yeah, it was almost like
music
everyone
to be taken in.
everyone was just like, oh, why don't you go ahead?
Mm-hmm.
No, you go. Hey, would
It's
you
a sense of community there.
Yeah, you spilled your
Yeah.
beer. Here's another, sir.
I linked arms with the college kid that I'd never met before in my life, and then he
You
put
got
his
into
arm
it.
around me
And
like
then
we were
swaying.
robots. We were swaying and we were squatting.
Just a swinging. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was
I'm
great.
glad I went. I still have drink tickets for next year, somewhere.
They have to have a date on it, right?
I don't know.
They have to have a date on like a year.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah, they can probably
You
change
know-
the color or something.
Yeah, they probably changed the color, but I'm sure with the right printer, I could come up with a Wurstfest hustle.
Plus, they're so nice. I feel like they would just be like, get over here, you little scamp.
Yeah.
We'll accept them.
Oh, this must be your second time. Come on over. Now, normally we don't do this, but
Yeah.
I like the cut of your jib.
Yeah. No, it was great.
Are those authentic lederhosen? Get on over here, you so-and-so.
I enjoyed wearing lederhosen,
You did.
and I wore the hell out of
You
those
got
motherfuckers.
You look
Filled,
good.
for sure.
You look good.
I felt good.
Yeah.
You both.
I
you
felt
both
good.
fit
You
the
need a
part.
hat. You need a hat.
I feel like it takes away from me, though. I feel like the baseball hat really said it. That's Chris.
That's fair.
That's him.
That's fair.
I feel like I could live the rest of my life in Lederhosen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You broke them in finally? They were a little stiff.
Oh, they felt so nice.
Just a little bit of ass sweat and a 5-mile walk.
Yeah. Walk to Mordor.
It was great.
It's great. I had so much fun.
We actually... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I've been chasing that feeling since then. We went to go get dinner the other night, and they had funnel cake fries at the restaurant. Okay. And I thought, okay, great. And then they were just burnt to shit. And it's like, it's my fault for chasing the feeling, thinking that anything was going to be as fluffy and pillowy as that.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and this is what I'm going to say. I know that, okay, so we have the official list of once a year till whenever. Mm-hmm. We have one thing that we do as dads where we get together every year, right? Yeah. I'm going to go on a limb here and say right here, right now, that by the time we get to the end of this, I'm going to change at least one of my years to a weekend at Wurstfest. That means Airbnb, and that means Wurstfest.
But what if I still live here?
Don't give a fuck. You can't go live at home. You got to be there. You got to be there for the whole experience.
Can you stay?
You can go home here and there, but you got to stay at the Airbnb, Brian.
To stay in the Wurstfest bubble.
Yes.
To stay in that mindset.
The beanbag boy.
Yeah. If you go home, then you turn into dad and husband, and then it breaks the concentration of we've got more pictures to build, we've got more towers and cups to hang, and all of that stuff.
Okay.
I'm saying a Friday, Saturday, leave Sunday midday.
What's crazy is whenever we went, the three of us, we only made it inside the door. Mm-hmm. We didn't explore the grounds at all. And then when we took the kids on the free day, which is fantastic.
Yes, free day was awesome, but there was a lot of people, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Was there?
We saw more of the grounds, and there's the whole world over there. There's like all these tents and even more music and everything else.
I feel like we missed out on music that we probably could have been jamming out to.
Yeah.
On a whole nother hall.
Because I came in on gate 3, the gate that we left from.
I was so content, Ryan.
Yeah.
I understand, but
we elbowed people for that spot.
Put pork chop on a stick, Chris. You could have been closer.
Yeah.
Could have been closer.
God damn. Ryan, that line when we went for pork chop on a stick, whenever I went, I was like, do you want it now? And she's like, yes, go. I'm like, okay. So I walked over there and I found it, and I'm like, oh my God, this line's like 300 people deep. Like, there's no fucking way. And I'm sat there for like 5 minutes, and I didn't even move forward one bit. Like, oh, we're fucked. It's like, so I go back and say, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way we're getting pork chop on a stick. I said, we have to come back later and just pray. So we waited like about an hour and a half, and then I went back over there, and I walked right up to the side window, and nobody was there. Well, there was one person in front of me, and she's like, can I help you? And I was like, yes, I want pork chop on a stick. She's like, how many? And I said, 2. She goes, okay, anything else? I go, no, 3. She goes, 3? And I go, 4. Give me 4. She's like, are you sure? And I was like, yes, I want 4. Give me 4. And she looked at me all weird, and I handed her my card like a crackhead. You know what I mean? I'm like, she took my card like, okay.
And then you take them.
Yeah.
With 4 of them?
Yes.
I am in pork heaven.
Yeah.
I told Jennifer, I said, who needs a middleman when you're the plug?
How much you get them for over there? I'll give them to you for cheaper.
Yeah.
Don't mind that this one has a bite tail.
$7 a gram. $7 a gram.
They were so
You're all
good.
cutting it off like it's a fucking euro. Shaving it down into their funnel cakes.
Needless to say, we had enough pork chop on a stick for the both of us to last us the whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Millie kind of liked it, but
I felt like it was a little sweet.
Rate it on a 1 to 10, Ryan.
3. No, of the sweet.
No, like the overall taste.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the sweet. Rate the sweet. My bad. It was like a 7. Just because it was sweet. I don't like sweet meats. I don't do them. I don't do sweet meat.
It
Yeah,
didn't taste
as we
sweet
know,
to
you
me.
don't like the sweet meats.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either. But speaking of sweet meats, at Interstellar Barbecue, don't go there because we need to get in line eventually.
Yeah.
They have a a peach tea.
Glazed burn end.
Yeah.
Pork belly. Burn ends. Peach tea glaze.
I'm
But
curious.
Why? But why?
Sounds like some hippie shit.
I'm curious to try it. I think it's going to be good.
I bet it is.
But why? Did you know they have a tipsy turkey?
It was brined in Hefeweizen.
They do. They have a tipsy turkey.
$22 a pound.
Listen, everybody. We might not get to everyone today, but check it out. We're still gonna have a tipsy turkey.
Are you a wet meat guy or a dry meat guy?
That's personal.
Ooh. I like it. when
What do you
call it
mean?
that.
In what
Let's
sense?
get into it. Let's peel back the layer. Like a rib.
Ribs dry,
Oh, it's
like a
different.
dry rub, no barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Wings wet, like saucy,
What?
It's that wet.
not
like
just
like
not
wing
just a dry
sauce
rub.
saucy or like barbecue sauce saucy?
hot sauce saucy.
Okay.
I'm not a big barbecue sauce fan either.
I was gonna say, what kind of barbecue sauce do you like? Because I don't even know what kind I like. Whatever City Market is, I don't know what kind that.
Stubbs has a little bit of a spice to it.
Because he likes Carolina, which is crazy because that's almost like a tangy mustardy kind of vinegary sauce.
I could get down with that from your description of it.
Yeah, but he's not a mustard guy, so it's funny that's what he
You gotta get
gravitates
yourself
toward.
that sweet baby Ray's. Don't get that sugar free. It'll give you the diarrhea.
That's what you get in prison.
Sweet baby Ray's.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you like it so much?
I don't. Yeah, I got it in prison, so I love it.
Well, I mean, like you're just used to it.
No, it's just what I'm used to. I mean,
Because I imagine I always thought your mom bought it too, because it seems like
Deborah,
right. It seems like something that you're
my parents. It seems like something your mother.
like. It's such a staple of like Texas homes.
What's this?
like Texas homes?
Sweet Baby Ray's?
Yeah,
Nah.
we had it, and I don't remember ever actually like eating it. But my mom used to put it on the sausage, and
Who puts barbecue sauce on sausage?
she used to cut up the sausage and then like put it in a pan and like cook it to shit, and then slather it with hot sauce, and maybe it bone, maybe it won't, and then it just kind of congeals to it.
Like a marinade.
Yeah.
And then she used to get sticks and get the glazed burnt pieces and make barbecue lollipops. They're delicious.
Oh, it's so gross.
We'll get a bunch of leg quarters and put them in the Instapot, and then like instant pot, and then put barbecue sauce in that, and then close it up and let it cook like that. Barbecue.
Is it Instant Pot? I always thought it was Instapot.
It's an instant pot, I think. I could be wrong.
I've been saying Instapot, so maybe I'm the asshole.
Let me see.
According to my calculations.
According to the Google, it is instant pot.
I'm the idiot.
Yes, you are.
I'm
You
the
learned
problem.
something
It's
today.
me. That's okay. I'll just blame it on my upbringing.
I know.
They were
You
simpletons.
grew up on Sweet Baby Ray's.
Right.
What can I say? I don't remember having barbecue sauce at the house.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of barbecue sauce at all, really. I'm really not.
What do you mean you don't like ketchup mixed with other things to make a sauce
No.
and a
Not
bunch
at
of
all.
sugar?
No.
Until I discovered the establishment of City Market,
Right.
I didn't realize how life-changing that would actually be.
Ryan, are you familiar with City Market?
Isn't it?
It's Luling.
I think I'm getting confused. Oh, it's a restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay, never
Well,
mind.
it's like a barbecue joint.
It's a barbecue spot in Luling.
I've heard you talk about it.
You never had it.
The spot.
The spot. It's the spot. You have never had barbecue until you have City Market. Nothing comes close. Nothing that you've experienced. If you've not had barbecue brisket, in my eyes, until you have City Market brisket.
Yeah.
But I like your brisket.
Because I try to emulate that what you get there. I try to cook. I try to make something as close to that I can.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything that I do, you're not supposed to be able to do the way that I smoke meats because I use an electric smoker, and that's kind of chaunchy. Like in a smoke,
That's almost like a cardinal sin.
Yes, like you're not supposed to be able to do a brisket like that, that I will make in electric because I do all kinds of like fucking wizardry shit. Like I will put like a smoke ring on that fucking brisket, which you will get at City Market.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't get that in an electric smoker. You have to basically dry salt brine the meat, and then let it sit there for like 4 hours. And then it creates a layer of salt, even after you wash it off, that it soaks into the meat and it oxidizes in the smoker. And that's what creates the smoke ring. It's not like a natural smoke ring. It's like fictional.
Yeah.
It's not a real smoke ring.
But I mean,
it's a life hack.
Yeah.
I was born and raised in Georgetown, so like the Pit barbecue was like the reference I had, or Elgin sausage, which I still stand by.
The Pit barbecue, good pickles.
But then he took me to City Market, and it was like,
This is real?
yeah,
This is what barbecue
the
is?
brisket. I think I ate it till I got sick.
Yes.
We ate so much.
Yes.
We spent so much money. I think we got like 3 pounds,
Yes.
3 or 4 pounds of brisket.
Probably 4 pounds the first time we went.
Yeah, I was like, this
It's
is
like
amazing.
$30-something
But
a
you have
pound.
to get the Big Red with it. You have to have the bottle of Big Red,
And the slice of cheese.
the slice of cheese.
Yep.
And then we went back another time, and then we got a half gallon of the sauce, and they sold it there. And I was like, and you can put it on anything.
Mm-hmm.
I had that sauce with everything. It's amazing. And I told him earlier, I said, maybe for Thanksgiving this year, we'll just do a brisket or something like that. And I said, if we do a brisket, it'd be really great if we had some City Market barbecue sauce, because your brisket with City Market barbecue sauce might be the combo I need. Because store-bought barbecue sauce
It's shit.
is shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's shit. Sucks.
So they make that barbecue sauce in house, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we usually get like the little tiny baby bottles, but even that goes super quick.
Like the vinaigrette. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
almost like a hot sauce.
Yeah, like the ones with the little chilies in it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we got to take you.
City Market, bro.
Yeah,
Nate'll tell you about City Market.
yeah, we got to take you.
Nate knows about City Market.
Yeah, and
Nate
Louis
will
is
drive
far
2
from-
hours out of the way. Nate will drive 2 hours out of the way to hit a City Market. If he's going to like Giddings or some shit like that, he'll fucking fly off the way to go to City Market. That's how good it is from Houston. It's really good, and it's straight down 183.
Mm-hmm. It's not too bad of a drive once you get out the other side.
No, I mean it's like 26 miles.
Well,
off
I think
the toll
I'm pretty
road.
close here
Yeah.
in New Braunfels. Like,
Yeah, right. So you can go, I think, down Highway 21. I think is what it is. You should go. It's better. It's better than like anything in Luling. There's like Luling and Lockhart is like the barbecue capital of the United States. If you didn't know that, but you have City Market.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Blacks.
You have Terry Blacks.
Christ.
You have Chisholm Trail. Did I say Chisholm Trail?
I don't know.
You have Chisholm Trail. You have Lockhart. which there's a fucking just a basic ass place named like Lockhart Barbecue.
Oh, okay.
You have Kreitz's, which is
Popular.
it's really popular, but it hasn't been there forever. Then you have Schmitty's.
Oh yeah, I remember. seeing that.
Schmitty's is probably the closest thing that you will get as far as a barbecue experience to City Market, and it's right down the street, like probably a block away.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that, but I've never been there.
But Kreitz's and Schmitty's are pretty much the same thing. Like the ownership there, like they split. And then one guy's like, fuck this, I'm going to go start my own spot. And then he started up Kreitz's. And they actually, I believe this is the place, but they actually took charcoal. Like they took a bit of the fire from the original pit that they had been cooking on for years and years and years and walked with it like 6 miles or whatever to their new location. And then actually that's what they started their ship with.
So it's kind of
That's
like
a
an
fun
Alvin
story.
Ord and Slotsky situation.
Yeah. But there's so many.
I have not heard that.
Alvin Ords.
Yeah.
There's one in San Marcos still.
I've been there.
It's good.
Downtown.
Wait,
good.
so that was like an actual thing, like a chain.
Yeah, it was,
Alvin Ord's?
Alvin Ord's was. I don't remember which one it was, but maybe it was Schlotsky's was the main one, and then they split up, and one kept Schlotsky's, and one became Alvin Ord's.
I just remember there was an Alvin Ord's like on the square, kind of where 600 degrees is.
Long
Right,
time
and that's
ago.
what I remember, and we would go there sometimes. So I thought it was one of those just like run-of-the-mill sandwich shops. I didn't realize it was part of a like there was multiple.
There's
Alvin
one in
Ord's.
San Marcos.
Yeah, I mean,
Actually, I ate there with Johnny and Robin
Really?
one time. Probably
it's not as
Those
popular.
were-
It's not
They're
as
so good.
successful, I guess, as Slotsky's.
I thought
So
they
it's
were
not
better
like
than
a
Schlotsky's.
chain,
I agree.
but yeah, they're better. Alvin Ord's is better.
I didn't know they still existed. Interesting.
It's downtown.
Put
It's
it
like on the square. It's
put
like,
it on the list.
Yeah, Patricia and I love that place. Like, since she works in San Marcos, she'll still go like on a lunch break just by herself. And
Schlotsky sucks. Gives me diarrhea.
Yeah, we get sick every time we eat it.
that's
But
sad.
sometimes you still have to like check in and see. Does it still do this to me? That's how it is with like Taco Bell.
Taco
Hot
Bell.
snakes.
I haven't had Taco Bell in so long because the last 3 times I've had it, I've gotten sick.
What kind of sick?
Well, now it's about
Like
time to
vomit
check it
sick.
again. That's how it is with Chipotle with me, but I didn't get sick this last time.
But Ezra's curious about Taco Bell, and so I'm like, I can make.
Sounds like he's examining the sexuality of Taco
Right.
Bell. Like,
He's curious
What is
about
that?
it. He wants to explore it, get his fingers in there.
He's just never had it. He's curious on what it would be like.
what do you mean he's never had it?
He's never had it. He's 8 years old and has never had Taco Bell
I mean,
What is wrong? Why are you not giving the child Taco Bell?
because I make better Mexican food at home.
here's the thing. I don't know if I consider Taco Bell Mexican food.
It's not.
It's
Taco Bell's not Mexican food.
It's
Is
just
Chipotle?
like a
No,
no.
it's not. It's Americanized fast food.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's like a specific lane, but it's not.
It's like, yeah, no. That's like saying you're a drug addict and all you do is smoke pot. No, it's not. It's not Mexican food.
I think it's closer to Mexican food than like Taco Bell because it's got like actual like meat-
Chipotle?
Yeah, that meats that are actually like done.
Yeah, like they're
Better.
carne adobada or whatever.
Yeah. But
They're using different names other than.
since they only really have like burritos and bowls is essentially it. That's kind of
But even in that lane, I'd rather.
There's a person named Daryl on the grill. It's not Mexican food. Not even close.
But even if I
That's
had
like
to
me
do
saying I make carne asada.
a burrito type of place, I'd go to Freebirds over Chipotle.
Is that Mexican food?
I don't like Freebirds. I don't think Freebirds is Mexican food.
No, it's not.
It's Mexican food esque.
It's Mexican food adjacent.
So basically, if it's a tortilla, it's Mexican.
We're getting into tipsy turkey territory.
Yeah. I'm going to disagree. It's not.
Okay.
If the delivery device is a tortilla, does not make it Mexican.
What other food uses a tortilla?
No, I don't. See, here's.
Are you going to call a
about
gyro, gyro?
That's a pita. That's not.
That's a piece of That's basically a tortilla puffed up.
Okay, but what about the taco place in Vegas? That's not Mexican?
No, that is Mexican.
You just said anything on a tortilla.
No, that just because it comes on a tortilla does not make it Mexican.
But
that is cooked on a spit.
I wouldn't say a pita bread is a tortilla.
No.
Oof.
Surprised you there. It
Chicken
fits you
wings.
back.
Chicken wings.
Did you make them or did you get them?
I got them from Wingstop.
What
I
kind?
should have made them. I was kind of disappointed with myself.
What kind
As
did
you should.
Get?
I got the. Here they have the hot Dallas, which is a lemon pepper hot sauce mix, and then I got the Louisiana rub. What?
So what do you think about the aliens?
We need to close our borders. Oh, not those?
No. The ones that take you up in the sky and do weird butt stuff.
Probes.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. ET phone home. You know what I'm saying? Touching tips. I'm not surprised. I've believed since probably like 6th grade that there is something that, you know how conceited we have to be to think that we are the only thing in a galaxy that exists.
You have to be an idiot.
Yeah,
There
I saw
can't
Men
be
in Black.
Anything.
Yeah.
There can't
Did
be
you see those
anything
roach
else.
things?
Yeah.
What's that?
Inside the collar. The cat's collar.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm okay. Conspiracy theorist hat on. I believe we are an experiment, like an alien ant farm, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a cool band.
Right.
It's also a thing.
And
So we're this experiment that they're like, let's just put these types of aliens on this planet and see what they do. Because you can't say that we're not aliens.
Right.
Because who else on this planet communicates the way that we do, have the technological advances that we do? You know, like, oh, we're related to primates. Well, they aren't building shit. You know, like,
I mean, that we
who's to
know
say
of.
we're not the aliens? Boop, 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 boop. That was my.
Toot, toot, toot. Boop, boop, boop.
But even in watching that congressional hearing thing, there's still stuff they're like, I can only discuss that in a private meeting. So they're still not telling us everything.
Meet Morbsy.
Meet more what? Meet Morp. Did
Yes.
you just meet Morp?
Yes.
I understood you. That's why we're aliens.
So will it fuck with people's idea of religion?
No.
Will it?
No, because
No.
I feel like people are so stuck in that religion. It's, they're safe. They've safeguarded themselves.
For a lot of people, religion is a necessity of comfort for the unknown. And this being something that's being explained that exists, they can doubt it. You know? But they can't doubt their blind faith.
Hold steady.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call her back.
No, we don't take callers.
Thank you for calling.
Tell us about, how do you feel about the aliens?
Call me now.
Hey, you're calling into the Through Thick and Slim podcast with the special guest Jennifer. What is your thoughts? She's calling me again. Hold on. Hey, baby.
Hi.
I'm recording a podcast right now.
So you're calling to say goodnight. Good night.
Good night, baby. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, you're the sweetest. Is Ezzy there?
Yeah. He's outside.
Oh, okay. Well, I love you, Thicc.
Love you too.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Say bye. Bye. It's already bedtime.
Okay.
Okay, good night.
Good night. Bye. Okay. I'm leaving it in.
The sweetest sound in the whole world.
Good night.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you.
Millie's starting to get better about her words, and so I can finally make out "I love you," and I'm just like, oh. Every time she says it, she's like, "I love you, Mama. Night, night." I'm like, "You've been a terror all day. You've been a terror all day, and I really want to be angry at you, but then you do that, and it's like," and she knows it. She knows it. She looks at me right in the face, like, "Mama, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Sweet dreams. I love you too.
Sit the fuck down.
Say words."
I love you, but you left that mess in the living room. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the aliens?
I don't really feel one way or the other.
And
I
that's
think
the thing.
that
Nobody really cares. Like,
no, I mean, I care, but I don't think it's going to change my life.
Yeah. I think, cool, great, let's get more information, but at the same time, like, until it directly affects me.
I think that there's thousands of different types of aliens.
mm,
I think that there's more than several. I think that, I told Jennifer this, I think that they're here to harvest our souls.
really?
Yeah, I think so.
What are they going to do with them?
I think that that's their power compulsion system. I think that that's what kind of powers the galaxy in a way. It's human
So you
soul.
think they're just going to come in and just like, all right, India. And then like...
No, I don't think that at all. I think that when people die, that they basically that they're trying to collect as many human souls as they can. Because no, I think that like when you die, I told Jen this. The theory is that when you die, you basically are given two choices. You're to walk into the light, which most people do, and then you're put into this cycle of reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
And then you reincarnate, which would explain deja vu and things like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other solution would be that when you die, that you have the opportunity to stay present in this dimension, right? So, like, then you basically go back, and then you're like surrounding your family, or you're watching, or you know what I mean?
Spirit?
Like your spirit is like, does that make sense?
Is it still earthly in a way?
In a way, like your body is gone, but your spirit is still present.
Right. Now,
And
what
that
about-
very few people actually use that time, because whenever people die, I told her this earlier, that when you die, most people, when they die, they probably will just immediately go to the light.
Mhm.
And going to the light puts you back into that cycle. Well, most people, whenever they die, they don't stop and think like, fuck, what's behind me? You know what I mean? Like, what's over there? They're like, fuck it, I'm just going. So I think that if you're smart enough to choose that stay back, that you can be around your people all the time. But I think that people are going into this cycle, and that some of those are being taken away and then used in different things.
Well, if you've ever watched anything that has to do with like people retelling near-death experiences,
Yes.
some of them will say like that you end up in this thing and you feel calm and you're peaceful and you're just content, And then you end up in front of things, and they don't really know how to explain what they are because they're not human. And they're the testers, right? The people, the things that kind of manipulate what's going on. And then there's the big God, right? And at that point, they send you back, or they can say, all right, we need you to do this. We're going to send you back in this form or something. That's the reincarnation side of it. But they've been described as like alien types. So that also would give more of the alien ant farm thing, right? Where we're just here and we're being studied and sometimes experimented with by the people that get plucked up, and then they get dropped down. They just put it in a non-credible source, like Billy Joe down at the trailer park. No one's going to believe he got picked and probed, and that, all that stuff happened. But now with military people and people of like credible sources saying that, yeah, we've seen them. I mean, there's this book called Behold the Pale Horse. And in that, the guy describes a UFO, or what is it, a UAP now, going into the ocean in Hawaii.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, it's in this vessel just right into the ocean and then disappears. So that has been confirmed that that's a way that they travel, which makes sense. I mean, shit, look at octopus. You can't say that that's normal.
What's so crazy is whenever you look at like the statistics of the ocean and how only 10% of it has been discovered.
Not even 10%, baby. It's 5%.
It's crazy to think of the depths and everything like that. It's just.
Well, here's the thing too. Are you not familiar with recently, I would say in the last 60 days or so, maybe 3 months, that they were having this weird anomaly in the oceans?
No, but I did see some weird fucking creature that like came up, and they're like, it lives in the depths and looks like a creepy alien fish.
Oh, the death fish.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, but no, they okay. So like within the last 2 to 3 months, there has been an incredible amount of warmth in the water, and we're not talking for like 50-mile stretches. We're talking about thousands of mile stretches over by Africa and then on Pacific and Atlantic coasts. There's been huge amounts of heat, which is not common for that time of year or anything, that they've never seen these type of anomalies. And it happened multiple times this year.
Are they all peeing at the same time?
It was like it was an insane amount of heat for the seasons that they had no explanation for.
And that's what's creating the hurricanes, and that's what's causing this global warming that no one wants to talk about. I think everything's a distraction, right? Like, oh, look over here so we can do stuff over here. Oh, pay attention to this so we can not pay attention to this.
Well, there's been talk of, there's not in the Bible. Are you familiar with the Bible?
Sure.
Okay, so there's not one passage in the Bible that directly speaks about aliens. But there are passages that kind of make side-handed gestures that, when you think about it, it makes sense that it could be an alien.
Alludes to it?
Yes. But there's tapestries and things that have been found, and there's things in caves where, as far as mankind can go back and they can like have historical record of, there's been tapestries that were made around Jesus Christ times that actually have pictures of UFOs.
Tall grays?
No, the UFO flying through the sky. And like theory of like Anunnaki and all of those things.
Yeah, you're going to tell me humans built the pyramids?
No, absolutely not.
With their coordinates and
No, absolutely not.
All the things that line up too perfectly.
They align perfectly with Orion.
Crazy.
Yeah, no.
And it's
No,
not
they-
only in Egypt. There's also the ones in Mexico and the ones in Peru, and then just here and there and everywhere. Like, so you're saying all these civilizations that didn't know how to contact each other at the time were able
Is
to
it
have the same
interdimensional,
idea.
right? Ryan, is it interdimensional?
Yes.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes, it's interdimensional.
The closest thing that I can think of is like that movie.
Interstellar.
Yeah.
So, with that being the theory that we would be like, yes, it's interdimensional. Whenever we say interdimensional, what is your definition of interdimensional?
That there's just multiple dimensions of things happening, and sometimes they can cross and they intersect.
Does that mean that there's another one of me in another dimension doing
I
things
think
the
so.
opposite way?
I think every decision you make, the adverse decision goes off into a different dimension.
Oh, that's interesting.
So there's a passage in the Bible, right? This is what the religious people are saying, that they're not aliens. This is what they're going to stick on.
Right.
They're going to say they're not aliens. You know what they are? They're fucking demons. Not aliens. They're demons. And the reason that they're going to stick on this is because in the Bible there's a passage of them taking a man who has been possessed by demonic forces, right? The man then, Jesus then takes the man's spirit and banishes it, and he banishes this man's spirit into pigs. These pigs immediately then run into the sea, and they die in the sea. So these religious people are going to say now that these demonic spirits and these pigs basically were cast out of this man's body, ran into the ocean, and then they started to mate with other things in the ocean, and that's what created the aliens. That's what they're going to say.
It's crazy enough it might work. It might work. But who's to say that Jesus wasn't the alien? Walk on water, change water into wine, create miracles. You know?
Maybe he just had newer technology than everybody. He had a better Bluetooth connection.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe his dad is the main experimenter.
Maybe.
It's kind of like the Matrix, too. It's kind of like a cross. That's what I believe is like a Matrix alien control.
Here we go. Here's where we branch off into this. So I told Jennifer about this. There's this experiment that these people have been doing as of recently with DMT. And what they have done is they have placed patients in a controlled environment in a room, put them under the influence of DMT, and that they then put a red laser that shoots along the wall. Like, shoots right alongside the wall. So you can basically look through, like, you know, whenever you put, like, a leveler in your house and it shoots the beam, you can see the beam all the way around, right? And you can kind of look at the beam and you can kind of see behind the beam. You can see, like, shit like dust and everything traveling, particles, right? These motherfuckers are tripping out on DMT, and they've been interviewing these people. They're telling us, okay, why don't you just go ahead and find a spot anywhere in the room along where the laser is, look into the laser, like look through it, okay? And these people under the influence of DMT are then saying, read aloud what you're seeing. Are you seeing things? Yes, I'm seeing letters, numbers, whatever. Okay, go ahead and give us what you're seeing. And these people are saying that everything is in like 1100101010, like what you would see in the Matrix.
Is that binary?
Yes.
I'm not.
And what they're doing is they're comparing their results with another patient in another room. And they're basically saying that all of these people are seeing the same letters and numbers and the same connotation and the same text and the same phrase and the same line, you know, number for number for number for number. Basically saying that Matrix style, like we're in a simulation type thing or whatever, Everybody matches up. It's weird.
Yeah, and every time something weird happens, it's either the deja vu could be a crossover. Like, I feel like, okay, follow me on this one. I feel like when you dream, your dreams are just looking into the different dimensions of the different decisions you've made and following that path and just giving you a peek
Mm-hmm.
of like, this is where you would have been if XYZ.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're looking at that little snippet. And sometimes you wake up, you don't remember them, and sometimes you do.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing as you said is deja vu, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little crossover. It's, or, you know, people call it a glitch in the matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, shit's gonna fuck up. Nothing's perfect.
Mm-hmm. That's a bad thing for my wife to hear aloud. But I agree. We got a lot of crazy dreams in this household.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
So to
peaks.
think that it's a reality somewhere is
It's not your reality though.
bone chilling. Yeah, that's true.
Now,
But it is for that small amount of time, and then you wake up and it just.
it's like a movie trailer, right? It's showing you just this week in, you know, dimension 4 or 5, whatever.
Truman Show.
I mean,
I had a dream last night that I woke up and I told my wife, "Oh, I just had a best dream. What happened? I was smoking a brisket."
It was so juicy.
It was so juicy. And I said, "Baby, I took it and I put it over my finger. It even had the flop."
I had the flop.
you could smell it and everything.
Yeah.
We've become meat people.
That's okay. There's worse things to be in the world. Connoisseurs of meat is not a bad thing. So, one thing I will say about this congressional hearing is like, none of them are saying that anything that's been experienced is of ill intent.
Not true. Not true. You missed a part.
Okay.
Yep. One of the four said that him and his wife have seen horrible things happen
In what way?
to people.
Like
With
torture?
the alien?
Mm-hmm.
Through encounters?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just immediately think of that SNL sketch.
Which one?
The one with like Kate McKinnon.
Oh, where everything is like, and it was so great, and they did this wonderful thing, and they're like, oh, I don't know who picked you up.
Yeah, she's got like the cigarette with like
She's
a
smoking a
foot-long
cigarette and
ash.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't think of anything clever that she says, but it's usually like,
I can, because there's been a couple of them. The one I think of is the Ryan Gosling one, but I don't know. I know she's done a couple of other ones too, but
is it like some between my man pleaser and my poop squeezer, and stuff like that.
yeah.
But yeah, it's the poor lady. She always has the shittiest experiences,
Yeah.
and everyone else is like, it was so euphoric. It was
Yeah,
so great.
it was so great. She's like, that is not what happened to me. I
So they
lost my
dropped-
pants on the way up.
Yeah, they dropped me off. I'm not wearing pants.
I got 3 or 4 little buzzing around my.
I'm in the middle of Denny's. Those are good.
I haven't watched much lately, but I do feel like it has taken a decline.
What's that?
SNL.
I would have to say I agree.
But I don't know if that's just me being like nostalgic and just set in my time.
Yes, and because you're comparing them
Yeah.
and their abilities to the ones that you've seen before. Like, what is your favorite? What?
Do you really want to know what her favorite SNL skit of all time is?
I don't know.
Skit
I
or-
No,
Cast.
I know. Huh?
Skit
I
or
have a-
cast?
No, I have a couple of them.
David S. fucking Pumpkins.
No.
Yes, she is a David S. Pumpkins fanatic.
No.
No, it's not my
acceptable.
favorite. No, it's not my favorite, but it is great. Just the other day, I sent him one, and it was the Jimmy Fallon, and he's a Confederate soldier, and I think it has Harry Styles.
Meet me at my parents' house.
And
No?
they're singing like an old school
Like war tunes.
war
like
song.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, Jimmy Fallon's, "Wow, wow, oh, we'll be young forever now. Whoa,
Uh-oh.
it's a party at my parents' house."
Can't say that I remember that one.
Oh, it's good. But I also really like the clip shows too that they do for like Christmas and like Kristen Wiig era. I like Andy Samberg a lot.
I can't stand Kristen Wiig.
No, that era. She's very hit or miss, but like Amy Poehler, Tina Fey.
Tina Fey, yeah.
I'd tear Tina Fey's ass up. She's a hottie.
Okay.
That scar says she's done some time or something.
She's from Chicago.
Or she fell off a bunk bed. I don't know.
Possible.
But yeah, Rachel Dratch is really good. That's probably my favorite time. Will Ferrell.
I would have to say, for me, it would be the
Norm.
further back, yeah. The David Spade, Norm Macdonald, Chris Farley,
Oh, that's really good too.
Sandler.
Yeah.
Oops, I crapped my pants.
Yep.
That was good, yeah.
Adult diapers. Say this gallon of tea is your feces.
Did you watch that Will Ferrell, what's his name? That
Oh, that one's sad.
the trans person? Only reason why I said
I started to
why
watch it.
yeah, the only reason why I said that is because that Harper,
Yeah, Harper.
she's the one that wrote "Oops, I Crapped My Pants." So whenever you said that immediately like, and I'm like, hey man, that checks out.
Yeah, we started watching it and then we just didn't continue. It's one of those ones. It wasn't intentional. We just didn't.
Did you see the one special with Adam Sandler? What was that called?
Which one? The newer one or the older one?
It's the newer one where he did the thing about Chris Farley at the end.
That's the older one.
Is
I think that's 100% something fresh or something. But he does like a tribute to.
Norm, Chris Farley.
That is the newer one. The older one, he has one about Chris Farley, and the only reason why I know that is because I was pregnant with Millie at the time, and I would listen to that, and I would cry my eyes out every single time I listened to it. But it's really good. But on this newer one, he has Norm, he has Chris Farley, he's got a couple of
Chris
other people.
Rock. It's just comedy. The last bit is about comedy.
Does he have Phil Hartman in there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got. So that was really cool. He's good.
He's good.
People can talk shit on Adam Sandler all they want, but God,
Dude, remember
He
Chris when
has
we were like in
it.
junior high?
Yes.
He had the
was a
comedy
god.
albums,
Yes.
and we would like pass around that tape.
Mm-hmm.
It was so great. It was wonderful.
I feel like
Ain't no dumbbells in here, baby. Just my balls.
I feel like Lunch Lady Land still slaps. It still slaps.
Yeah. The goat, you button hooked me. I didn't think you were gonna button hook me.
Yep.
Take me to the Ragu Festival.
And then not too long ago, we watched Tommy Boy.
Sorry. the goat, when he was like, that old man was beating the shit out of me. Man, you heard that? He was really laying into me. So good. That's why my sense of humor is so fucked up.
Yeah.
But what did you say? I'm sorry.
Oh, we watched Tommy Boy not too long ago. And I grew up on all those movies, and I've seen those a million times. But where do you think like your humor started? Like, where do you think you pulled it from? Like, influences, I'll say.
I think it started with my grandpa, like just always cracking jokes and trying to be funny with people.
Okay.
I kind of saw that as like, oh, that's how you connect.
It's a way in.
Yeah, that's how you. Yeah. So I think initially with him, and then I remember my uncle gave me a Robin Harris tape in the like early '90s, and I was listening to that, and I was like, I'm not supposed to be listening to this. He says bad words, and I think from then on, I was just kind of like, I like comedy, but I mean, who doesn't like to laugh? Like,
Yeah. What was a movie that you watched when you were younger that was like, this is hilarious, and it kind of warped your sense of humor? Like, I'm just curious to like even you, like, what did you watch when you were younger that you're like, this is hilarious?
something that still stands the test of time for me is Half Baked. Like that's one that I was like, I like this movie. It's funny. And I can still go back and watch it today and still be like, it's so funny.
Mine isn't that old.
What?
I would say the original Hangover.
Yeah.
That's the movie that like really I stuck to. Like I've seen The Hangover
It doesn't get old.
fucking several thousand times.
Yeah.
I know that movie line for line.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for us, Chris, like the Happy Gilmores, the Billy Madisons.
Yeah, see the problem for me whenever I think about like Adam Sandler in that sense of movies, it sends me back to prison.
Yeah.
Because that was on repeat.
Heavy rotation.
Yeah, like because you had TNT or TBS, and so the weekends, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, they would have those movies on replay. Like they would have like Happy Gilmore weekends, so you would play them over and over and over. You would see each one like 3 times during the day, each day, week in, week out.
What are some movie things that are just part of your vocabulary that you don't think other people would pick up on if they didn't know that it was from that specific thing?
Boondock Saints.
Like what for instance?
Whenever he's like, "Where you going? Nowhere."
Where you going? Nowhere.
And then it's that Trambo with the stupid fucking rope. Just like random one-offs of that. Another one we quote a lot is Hangover. And then we've also gotten into this thing lately where we just make up our own catchphrases and then we start using it whenever we're commenting on shows. So we watch Survivor and then we just make up things, and someone went off because it was his birthday and he kept saying it was his birthday. And so now we just apply it all the time, and it's the funniest thing to me. And I'm like, the nerve of this guy cutting me off 4 months before my birthday.
The nerve of this guy's not giving me a chicken 3 weeks before my birthday. Because that's all he talked about the whole episode. They didn't give him a coconut or something, or they didn't take him on a reward.
Yeah.
They didn't take him on the reward. How dare these people not take me on the reward? Yeah. Tomorrow's my birthday.
Let me go grab my charger real quick. Hold on. That's one thing I forgot. Carry on the conversation.
Speak freely.
Nothing to say to you.
Oh, shit. You want another drink?
Yeah. Yes, I would like another one, please.
Okay. Some juicy juice.
Yeah, please. You gotta...
What?
Go ahead.
Now that song's in my head again.
Party at my parents' house. That one.
Oh.
This is trash.
You need more, don't you?
I'm putting off.
I know.
How could you
Coils,
disrespect me like this on the night of my daughter's wedding.
That's exactly what it's like.
I can't believe he did that 3 weeks before my birthday. That's awesome.
So good. It always fits.
You don't dance any of these people. Make me wait in line for barbecue 2 hours. 13 months before my birthday.
The nerve of these guys giving us tipsy turkey?
Tipsy
5
turkey?
months before my birthday?
11 months and 3 weeks till my birthday?
That's good. That's good. Let's give him some like for me, most of my vocabulary is Simpsons related or.
Oh, we do a lot of Always Sunny.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
Seinfeld.
I'll admit
Seinfeld.
I'm not as good at popping off those, but yeah, I always think like, should I bust out the duster? Like,
The answer is always 7.
then the other thing is like, Vidal and I would constantly watch the Eddie Murphy stand-ups. I remember getting the tapes from Blockbuster. And we would just watch that in the dorm on repeat, basically, like Delirious and Raw. And so, like, that was all we talk about when we were at the dorm and people did not like us.
Be back. I'll go pee.
But,
There we go.
yeah. Is my voice totally terrible?
You
feel
sound
like-
raspy, or you sound like John Dutton in Yellowstone.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, you don't watch Yellowstone? It's John Cusack. That's not right. That's not his name. Is that his name? I feel like you can hear me from the bathroom.
I don't think so.
Kevin Costner.
Oh. The main dude.
Yeah, John Cusack is a real person, but definitely not at all.
He's definitely not in that show.
No.
What are you gonna do? Take my
Yeah.
ranch? You're gonna get my land? So what have you thought so far about your first podcasting experience with us?
I like it. I've always wanted to do a podcast just because I feel like it'd be so therapeutic and like
Mhm. That's why I enjoy doing it. It's very cathartic.
and
It's
I
just
listen
cutting up.
to yeah, and I listen to nonstop like murder, true crime podcasts, and I'm thinking like I could do this so much better. So it's just one of those things where I'm like, that'd be cool. And then like me and him have such good back and forth. I'm thinking that's good too.
Yeah.
Sell that stuff.
I mean, and this is all you really need. You're
Yeah.
already like 90% of the way there.
What are you doing? Oh, you don't want to give the neighbors a show? Yeah, that's another thing we do. We embody different personalities, accents.
Yeah.
Like I noticed it the other day when I was talking to my sister, and I started saying something in like the Mortimer voice, and it's crazy how easy you slip in and out of it. And
Patricia hates that.
It just becomes a part of it. We'll have full conversations.
Yeah.
And it's almost like just our alter ego.
I can't believe you do that.
That's the big.
Jesus.
What are we? What was that from? Did we just make that up one day and we just stuck to it?
Yeah.
That's probably the best thing that we've added to our
Repertoire?
yeah,
Arsenal?
yeah, our arsenal
Yeah.
for sure. Jesus.
Jesus.
We do, and now Millie's starting to say it, and I couldn't be more proud. She'll go Jesus. It's so good.
Well, Cleo calls people jabronis.
Yes, we do
Yeah.
that a lot too.
That guy's being a jabroni.
We'll
Yes,
make
he is.
obscure wrestling references.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you wanna
Saturday
talk about
night.
did you watch the fight?
Kind of. So it was buffering so much, and I was just like, "Fuck this! I don't want to watch this anymore." The middle two fights were fucking great. Like, I don't watch boxing, but those two fights, the women's fight and the fight before that, one of the dudes was from San Antonio.
Barrios.
Fucking great fight.
The
Great
buffering
fights.
was too much on all of them. Like, we didn't get through.
We got through the Barrios fight. We watched the Barrios fight pretty much through. You had to relog in, not relog in, but restart the connection. Mm-hmm. And it went fine, but the women's fight we weren't able to see, and then the Tyson fight, everything just shut down. You get to 51%, and it was just and it shut down.
So, like, I'm on my iPad and just, like, watching. It would freeze. I'd X out of it. I'd close the app. I'd open the app. And then I'd pick up right where I was, not where it was live, you know? And I got to the introductions of the Tyson fight, and it just spinning wheel of death. Mm-hmm. And Patricia was like, let's just put it on the TV. That way you can watch it there. She puts it on the TV. It gets to 25% loaded and just stays there. Mm-hmm. And then I've given up, and I'm ready to go to bed. And then she just hands me her phone. She's like, here you go. I'm like, I won't watch it like this.
I think it's so tiny in there.
Yeah.
So
Those
what's your thought on it? Like the whole setup, the whole everything as far as this Paul guy.
Well, I know he listens to the podcast, so I don't want to say too much. But I think, like, the only person he's only fought like one person his age that wasn't retired or an MMA fighter of some sort. He's fought one other like boxer, right? And he lost that fight. Mm-hmm. Everybody else, he just picks people that he thinks he could just beat. And how cool would it be if I could just say I beat Mike Tyson? And Tyson did good for like the first round, but then he looked gassed. Like his cardio was not there, and I thought like he could possibly die.
No, it's fixed.
He caught it.
It's fixed.
Yeah, he caught it.
And it's been this way with it's been this way every single fucking fight. If you go all the way back, the only time I've ever seen him fight, and I don't even know if that's a fix because I didn't even watch it, was Ben Askren. So he fought Nate Robinson first. That's the little short basketball guy who dunks, right? And he's been retired. Then after that, you went to Ben Askren. Okay? He's picking these guys. These guys are big names, right? There's been speculation of scripts being leaked. And these are airtight contracts. This guy is going around doing fucking WWE wrestling with the fix, and he's paying these guys astronomical amounts of money to keep this shit fucking quiet. And they're labeling these things as exhibitions, because in reality, exhibitions are not real fights. They do not go on a professional record. They don't. So Paul can't go to WBA or WBC and then make an introduction and be like, Jake Paul fighting with a 50 and whatever, you know what I mean? Or a 10-1 record. No, that record doesn't count because those in reality are not professional fights. Those are all exhibitions. So he's paying these guys astronomical amounts. He is paying these guys astronomical amounts of money. He's submitting a contract to these guys, and these guys are taking the fucking dive. Because you're not going to tell me Mike Perry. Did you see that one?
I don't know who that is.
Mike Perry is an MMA fighter who has transitioned into bare knuckle boxing.
Okay.
He is like the big name in bare knuckle boxing. He's a better bare knuckle fighter than he was an MMA fighter, and he was a big name in MMA. And he beat him. There is no fucking way that Mike Perry is going to lose a boxing match, considering Mike Perry's been doing boxing, wrestling, Muay Thai, and all these different things for 10 plus years to a man who has only been doing them 3. In the first round of the fight of Tyson, go back and rewatch it. After this, take 5 minutes, start up your Netflix, go and watch the very first fucking round. Okay, there's a point in there to where Tyson comes out and he looks like something's about to go down. Like it's real. This is Tyson. You see the head bob, the shoulders sway, the overhands, the rights. You see all of these old things.
Quick hands.
You see it. It's there.
Strikes.
He still has it, right? But then you see this man pop Paul up against the ropes and knock the shit out this man. And you see Paul immediately wrap him up. Mm-hmm. And you watch the camera angles. Right as they're going to switch the camera angles, he's leaning over and he's talking into Mike Tyson's ear. He's staging the fucking match. He is giving the walkthrough, play-by-play in this man's ear. Immediately, they separate, and everything is different. From that moment on, everything is different. But yet you still catch little glimmers here and there of what Mike Tyson is and what he does. It's not a conditioning thing at this point because you're still early in the fight. This man is paying these people to take the fall. The man made $20 million. Right, the man made $20 million for 16 minutes. You tell me, after all the money trouble that Mike Tyson has had, that he's not going to take a fall against somebody, right, for $20 million for 16 minutes for the rest of his life, and then at the end of it all, sit there and do a shoot talking about, oh, I want to fight your brother now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was a nice payday. Let's double up.
Right. You know what this is, Ryan? Saturday night! Georgetown Park parking lot. You and me, Jack. Bunkhouse Stampede! That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just all set up for like a 3-fight or whatever it is. It's probably written in the contract somewhere because he goes. They set it up of like, well, we'll just have to do this again or whatever it is, and it's like, okay, well, but I was telling him that it's.
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. Okay, well, hold on. When he fought Ben Askren is an Olympic athlete. He is an Olympic athlete, a wrestler, right? Who was an MMA champion. He fought Ben Askren. He knocked Ben Askren out in the first round. In the first 30 seconds, he knocked him out. And the man acted like he was stuck and convulsed in the fight, right? There is footage of this man walking out of the ring with his arm around his wife like this.
Just
smiling, happy as go lucky. This man just made $5-10 million for a minute of his time, and after he just got concussed, he's walking out with his wife arm in arm. Tonight's them red panties, girl. We get to celebrate in the top room with a suite. We rich.
It's crazy because if you watch it knowing that everything changes after the holding and him talking into his ears, you see what a professional boxer that's a champion can do. You see a glimpse of it in the first 30, 45 seconds. And then it's like after that, then all of a sudden it's like his legs don't work right. This fucker, Jake Paul, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
He has his hands down for over half the fight. Mm-hmm. He does not have his gloves up at all. And you're telling me Mike Tyson can't muster up the energy to get one fucking pop in there? No.
He probably went hard for the first 45 seconds for the stepping on his toe.
The audacity.
This man stepping on my toe the day before a fight. Three months before his birthday.
Yeah.
No, bro, it's a fix, bro. It's a fix. That's why it's an exhibition. It's fake. That's why it's not sanctioned.
Well, and it's crazy because
I mean, they're sanctioned. Okay, they are sanctioned in the way that they have to go through a state board to be sanctioned, but they are not professional bouts. They are exhibitions. Exhibitions. You know what an exhibition is? An exhibition is fucking Hulk Hogan going to Japan and fighting their big guy over there. You know what I mean? And it being a fix. Like, it's wrestling. It's the same thing. It's an exhibition. It's not real. That's what fucking Floyd Mayweather does. Floyd Mayweather now, he just picks up a fight. They'll pay this motherfucker $50 million, right? He don't even train for this shit. And he goes over there and he'll beat the shit out of some guy, you know.
Well,
Get his payday and go.
Didn't he try to fight Floyd Mayweather, or was that his brother?
I think that they were trying to get something in like that, but no. Even like Canelo. They're trying to shoot for Canelo. There's no way that Canelo would fight the guy. The only way it would be done is just for a money grab. And Canelo's a professional fighter.
So is that why like most of the people aren't currently fighters? They're all
Right.
retired.
Right.
They have nothing to lose.
Right. They haven't. Yes, they're big names that are coming to the surface to take a payday.
Yeah.
I'd do it. I'd go in there and let that man beat the brakes off of me for fucking $5 million.
Well, I didn't even know who this guy was. I knew he was the brother to Logan Paul, and I only know Logan Paul from his WWE stuff that he's recently done.
Man's got talent. Logan Paul.
I like him a lot.
He's a good wrestler.
He's good.
I wish he did more because it's almost reminiscent of like Shawn Michaels to me. Like it gives off that type of energy of like athleticism and agility and showmanship.
And he's a good heel.
Mm-hmm. 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 This guy's going around fucking a goddamn Swiss goddamn speed skater.
Oh, right. The Olympic one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like a speed skater from Switzerland or something. Man,
Yeah.
fuck this guy.
What was weird was whenever they showed her, like at the introductions or whatever, her mouth does this weird thing like she's having a stroke. Like almost like Tourette's or something. It was like an involuntary like...
She's probably high on cocaine.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
trying to
weird.
smile.
Maybe.
She had big gap separation in her titties. Did you notice that?
Did she? No. I
Yeah.
haven't.
I don't know. I mean, what world do we live in the same week fucking aliens come out as real and fucking Mike Tyson loses to Jake Paul? It's what the fuck?
Whenever they were reading off his stats, I thought, okay, he has to show more than what I just saw. Like 22 KOs in the first round?
First round!
First round. And you're telling me you've got a big blob in front of you, hands down. He looks scared as shit. He's running around. And you're telling me you can't just boop and then end it?
Yeah, no, he like, yes, in the later rounds you could tell like his cardio and shit.
Yeah, he was gassed for sure.
Gassed in the later rounds, but in the beginning rounds
he could have ended it.
He could have ended it in
10 seconds.
He could have ended it by no doubt in the second round. He could have ended it if he really, really was.
Yeah, it
trying.
only takes one.
Mm-hmm.
All he had to do, he was powerhousing him into the ropes.
Yeah.
Done. He punched that man in the throat, and that man saw Jesus.
Yeah.
One liver shot, and he's like, "What the?"
He goes,
I mean,
hey man, we had a deal.
Yeah. Like, hey, go easy. He's up. No, watch it, Ryan.
And then that stunt, he pulled it. Like, okay, great. Troops are great, nurses are great, but it's like to get up on your soapbox like at that time did not seem like the right time. He's like, tonight's not even about me. It's about the teachers out there. It's about the nurses out there. It's about first responders. It's about police officers,
Ranchers,
veterans. That's who that's about. Or it's about our military.
Oh, fuck your mother.
It's about being from the United States of America. It's like, okay, easy. It's not about you.
I hate the guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Everybody tunes in because they want to see him fucking get annihilated.
exactly.
He's writing his own script.
But he stacked the deck.
He stacked the deck.
He's also a good heel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And motherfucker is ugly, dude. Dude's ugly. Like a beat up nutsack. Just ugly.
Well, and for someone that seems to pride himself on like his hair and stuff like that, like why would he go in all disheveled? Like, I don't know a lot about.
Well, you saw his real hairline towards the end when it was just
but it's
plastered.
just like. But it's just like to go in looking like that when he obviously takes pride in it. It's like, who is this for?
The man moved to Puerto Rico so he didn't have to take his taxes out. Tells you everything you need to know about the man. He moved to Puerto Rico so he didn't get state taxes.
It's just like we watched this stuff beforehand too, the documentary or whatever it is.
Fuck Netflix, by the way. Fuck those guys. They deserve to have a class action lawsuit placed against them.
Yeah.
They need to be better.
Yeah,
Did
they
you see the
deserve
videos I sent you of like
to have
the
a
first
consequence.
NFL
Mm-hmm.
game streamed on Netflix is going to be like a long bomb and the ball's going and the guy's about to catch it and it starts buffering.
Comes back to it and it's a celebration.
and-
I told them earlier, I said, what's going to happen with the like live NFL shit? Like, that's not going to go well.
And the wrestling stuff and all that stuff. Like,
I don't think you'll have 60 million people tuning in to those.
Right.
I don't.
The NFL?
But they should have been better prepared.
Right. They knew what it was.
They knew.
They were building it up so much. They had a documentary weeks and weeks before.
70,000 people, Ryan. 70. This is what we were talking about at dinner. 70,000 people in that arena. Imagine how much money they made just on the gate. Okay? You got the gate. You got the ticket sales. Okay? 70,000 of those. In all different staples, you know, from the cheap seats to the fucking big money people. And then you had those douchebag lawyers over there. Those douchebag lawyers, did you see this? The box, they had a box. The VIP suite. There was a box that they basically built right up against the goddamn boxing ring. It had a flat screen TV inside the box and two big old fancy leather recliners. And these guys are sitting right next to the ring. Like, the fucker's sweat was landed on them, and then like they're watching this flat screen, right? These guys paid $2 million for these tickets, and it was some law firm.
Oh my god.
$2 million for that.
And Jerry Jones is probably just like, we need to host more of these.
Exactly. So imagine just the gate fee, right? So we're going to say $10 million. Just a shot in the dark. Just a shot in the dark. $10 million just for the tickets. And then you have all the concessions. Mm-hmm. Okay? And then you have parking on top of that. So let's just go ahead and say that it's not a reach to say that every fucking person there spent a crisp $100 bill. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to spend at least $40 for parking. $12 for a small Coke.
Yeah.
You got 70,000 people spending that kind of money in that fucking joint? How much money was really made?
I think you have to think of like all the merchandise sales and everything else. Like, just insane. Yeah.
What was it? What is it called?
AT&T Center.
Isn't that
72,000 people were there.
Dallas, I think.
Arlington.
It's Cowboys, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They said that 72,000 people were there.
That's crazy.
The AT&T Center is where the Spurs play.
It's also where the Cowboys play now. They just renamed it recently.
AT&T Stadium, maybe? Maybe it's like a...
Maybe it's a stadium.
Is it tri-singular? Get it?
Verizon.
Well, it was singular before AT&T.
Yeah.
Okay. Gather round, kids.
Yeah, it says it broke with the gate alone. It was $17.8 million.
Gate alone. So the gate alone. So Jake Paul made $40 million. Tyson's purse was $20 million. So the gate alone almost paid Tyson's complete share.
Mm-hmm.
So how much money did Netflix make off of this?
Right.
But
give us a.
Yeah, they need to be. They're not equipped for that kind of bandwidth.
Right.
Yeah, you're not HBO.
They're not going to get that traffic like that, especially for live events. Like
right.
Oh, Hulu is coming out with stand-ups.
Yeah, there's certain comedians that are just Hulu. I think like Bill Burr.
Mm-hmm. They're doing like specific like stand-up specials, crossing over to Hulu. So that's kind of cool.
I'm dying over here.
Yeah, I know. Burr was one. There was a couple of other that looked really good.
Gaffigan was Jim Gaffigan one.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up here in a little bit. My voice is going. I also ran out of drink.
Sucking air.
Let me wet my whistle.
Bartender. That song from Rehab. Do you know it?
After you do.
I really did it this time. Broke my parole to have a good time. When I got home, it was 6 a.m.
That's enough. We can't copyright issues.
Anyway, at the very beginning, there's like bar sounds, and someone goes, "I could wet my whistle."
I listen to 94.7
Kiss FM.
Shabuzi.
Or no, that's not.
Shabuzi. What do you think about Shabuzi?
He's all right.
He's all right. His stuff all sounds the same, though.
I can imagine.
Can you believe Linkin Park has a new singer now? A woman?
You should have just left it alone.
Right. Well, not only that, but just,
Make a
make a new name. Like, what's his name had, what was he did? He did something else.
Like Velvet Revolver type shit.
Yeah, he did that one song, Remember the Name? And he did it under a completely different thing, and that was when he was being, like, he was trying to be a rapper or something. Like a real rapper.
Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like a super...
Tom Morello?
Tom Morello.
That who it was? Tom Morello?
A.K.A. the Night Watchman.
Linkin Park was good.
Chris Cornell.
You never liked the Linkin Park?
Ding, 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 ding. I'm about to break everything you say to me.
What's so funny is that
If it's not Limp Bizkit, I don't want it.
Yeah.
It's not about the nookie.
at the end of the live stream, we were watching it because I didn't see the fight. We were watching it, and Linkin Park came on as they were like
crawling in my skin.
I don't remember which one it was. I was like, it's really interesting that they picked Linkin Park because it's such a throwback.
Mm-hmm.
But it just goes to show that it.
Stood the test of time.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit did put out a new album last year, or this
Did they?
past year. Yeah.
I listened to Golden Cobra. That was a good one. No. That was a good one.
Did
Golden Cobra was good, you douche.
If it had Wes Borland, yes.
It did.
Did Chris ever tell you?
Oh, yeah, that one did. What was the one that didn't?
One before that.
Did Chris tell me what?
That I I misheard the lyrics of a Limp Bizkit song.
She swore by this.
Yeah, it's break stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And how's it?
Bloodstain?
Yeah, the one that how's it?
What's the verse?
First one to complain leaves with the blood stain.
Yeah.
What do you think she thought it was?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Butt
I know
stain.
what it says.
Butt stain.
But I would have bet everything I own on this.
First one.
Did you just say butt stain?
Leaves
Yeah.
with the butt stain.
Yeah,
Damn right, I'm a maniac. Make you poop your pants.
I knew every single word to that song, but then I said butt stain. He goes, wait.
Wait, so this was recently?
No, this was like when we were first dating.
No, we were driving. It happened right over here 2 roads
Oh,
over.
he remembers where it happened.
As an adult, it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've been. I mean, granted, I was younger when I was first listening to this, so maybe that's why I didn't think blood.
1998 to.
I thought
20
rather than
That's
rather
a
than like a
time.
violent killing, I thought he shit himself is where my mind went.
Yeah.
So
You complain, you go shit yourself.
yeah, I'm gonna hit you in the stomach and you're gonna shit your pants and everyone's gonna laugh. They're all gonna laugh at you.
I got a chainsaw. What? Hey,
I'll never
say,
forget what.
I'm Fred Durst, and say, hey, Fred Durst, are you going to go get lunch today?
Are you going to get lunch today?
Yeah. I can't take credit for that joke. It's not mine. Yeah.
We I'll never forget when we went to go see the Branch Davidians, and we listened to "Killing in the Name" on the way to the compound.
Is that not a good choice in music?
Dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun dun.
Yeah, we were in Waco and went to the zoo. It's like one of the first times we went out to go do something together, like
Yeah.
on a trip style thing.
Yeah.
So we went to the zoo. We went and got food, and I'm like sitting there. I'm like, the day. It's not
Yeah,
1 o'clock.
we
What
knocked
the
it out
fuck are we gonna
quick.
do with the rest of the day?
We're like, well, there's Dr. Pepper Factory.
Dr. Pepper Factory, and I'm sitting there at the at the Mexican restaurant, and I'm like, no, fuck this. No, we're gonna go to see the Branch Davidians, and I didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go to the Waco compound, and then I drove her out there. And she's like, "Where are we going?" I said, "Hold on, we need to play some music." And and that's what I picked. I said, "We're gonna go see the Branch Davidians." We went out there and saw.
It was so good. I think what was that after we watched the one with what's his name?
It was right around the same time that it came out. It was like a couple of weeks after it
Because
started
they did
coming
that
out.
docu-series or like dramatic
Yeah.
docu-series with the dude from Friday Night Lights.
Mm-hmm. Kirsch, something like that.
Reagan's.
He played David Koresh.
And he played David Koresh, and we watched it. It was really good.
One thing Chris used to say in like 8th grade was like, I gotta spread the seed of faith.
A lot of spreading.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You showered.
That's all we got.
I
Yeah.
think that's the episode. Thanks.
What do you think about some college football, Brian?
I'm down.
All right. Get your stool pushed in.
I'll beat the Green Bay Packers.
Oh. So much.
If we started a Twitch and that's all we showed, I bet we'd have a lot of followers because Ryan just gets beat.
What would we name the Twitch stream? Sit
I
on
don't
it.
know. I gotta think.
Sit on it.
Oh, I thought you were going to name it Sit On It.
No.
Oh.
That is a good one.
Right.
That name.
What happened with that? Because you couldn't do, you never did the Twitch. You did the other one. Why'd you do that instead of Twitch?
I don't know.
TikTok.
No, it was the Microsoft one.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was called.
I don't remember what it's called either.
Anyway, hit the sponsors.
All right, sponsorships. For the record, we're not sponsored by Stellar, Interstellar,
No.
Superstellar,
Interstellar.
Turkey Jerky,
Stella!
Turkey Trots, or Tipsy Turkeys. Our sponsors are a bidet company, a real website where you can pay people to put their clothes on. What else was there? It's been since June.
Pre-streaked underwear for men's and women's.
Pre-streaked underwear, it's still very viable. We should make that really happen. The underwears, if you don't want the dirty underwears, get yourself the bidet, and that'll clean your butthole. And then, if you want to show off that clean butthole for a brief amount of time before someone pays you to put on your streaked underwear, go to Los Lonely Fans. And then, as always, there's the last one. I always forget the last one.
Twigger tasks? Twigger tasks?
No, we dropped them for purposes.
They smoked it all.
Delta 8 dudes dropped. Oh, I got a guy was a branch off of the Tweaker task.
Mm-hmm.
You need some shingles put on your roof? I got a guy. You need an ice cream truck for the weekend? I got a guy. Anything you need, we got a guy. And I'm forgetting one.
Yeah, there's always this one.
Underwear, bidet,
Lonely fan.
lonely
Bidet.
fan.
We'll remember it here in 10 minutes.
And then this fake sponsor, sorry, we forgot you. Checks in the mail. Thank you, Jenn, for joining us. You're welcome anytime if you want to come hang out with us on a podcasting night. As I always say, I'd like to do this more often. But we're up to like 4 a year. So
Quarterly.
we're quarterly. Quarterly we do this.
You're quarterly.
But yeah,
Recording.
let's keep it going. And thank you for listening. This is the Through Thick and Slim podcast, brought to you by our sponsors. Bye.
Bye.
God damn it.